Small fact correct, this is not the conclusion of X-Men Season 1, so I may have made a mistake in examining Kubrick. With that out of the way, was I basically wrong? No, I don't think I am. With one exception, which even though this is minor spoilers, is hard to get around. So it seems that this episode is focused on the main villain of the season, but it may turn out he's not the main villain of the season, and this is something I think the season has struggled with in giving people enough of X-Men that they're familiar with, but leaving enough to the imagination to do new things. And for the most part, they've stuck to the past, which I think is a good decision. But here it just felt like this was a very long road to get somewhere very familiar, and I would bet a lot of money all we're going to be getting is a confrontation with this person, a confrontation with that person. We've done that about 5 times on X-Men, so that felt a little lame. But, again, for the most part, the episode was fine. Animation good, fight sequences good. The dialogue keeps getting very, very poor. I don't know why. Yes, it's the X-Men, it's very political, so some speechifying will happen. But the speeches kept getting more and more dumb, like more Uman than robot Umans, and it just kept going down that road. And I was like, could you do something more than robot and Uman? But no, it just kept going back to robot Uman, Uman robot, robot Uman. Particular aspects they need to keep working on, especially the dialogue. However, overall, some interesting, brave decisions, not having Rogue be very active, giving Wolverine and Nightcrawler the spotlight. And again, I should be loving this episode because we had a lot of time with Cyclops and Cable, but really, their dialogue as well as interaction was a little bit too mechanical, and it didn't seem to really go anywhere, and they were just stating the obvious. So, overall, I'm still very pleased with what they're doing, and I think the 3 episodes together will be fine, but really we can only judge this when we see the second season and see how this lays out, what they're going to do later. And apparently they are teasing some of my favorite X-Men stories, so I feel a little torn. So the episode itself had a lot of problems, but it does promise to go into some really, really genuinely creative directions. I'm going to give this episode 7.5, I do recommend it, but come in with fairly modest expectations for episode 8.